Hello, everyone. I fear I may have messed up. Not only have I changed the day, that was because of the train strike, but I also set up a link, very organised, well in advance, and then I just couldn't get it to work. So I'm afraid last minute I had to delete that and start again. So apologies, Stephen. Well done. You're the one who managed to find me. Apologies for the day changing. Train strikes meant I just couldn't be there at the hospital. So I'm going to be going there next week. Hence, I can't do the live session next week. And as mentioned, I set up a link, very organised, a day in advance, and I just couldn't get it to start. Money, brilliant. I'm so glad that you found me. We'll see who else can make it. The good thing is at least this is recorded, so hopefully others can. Penny, thank you so much for coming along. It's been a test as to whether you could realise that I was going to appear today, and then the link changing. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't get it to work. I don't know why not. I'm sure there's a way, but I couldn't get it to work. So anyway, Barbara, well done too. Hurrah. I'm so glad we're slowly taking shape, aren't we? And very early in the morning for you, Barbara. Is it, you must be in holiday time now, I hope. I hope you're able to have a break. That's seriously impressive to get up this early and during your holidays. Excellent. Oh, thank you, Marnie. Yes, these are some wonderful videos if you get the chance to others as well. We have got a beautiful new resource coming out. So this is very much from my colleague, Zulay Sayalero, who's my very dear colleague. And she's been working so hard on creating something really beautiful, which will go again to hospitals, to vulnerable groups who feel could really benefit. It's called Positive Origami. Let me see if I can grab you one so you can have a little glimpse. And it's called Positive Origami, and this is really beautifully printed. And we've got 25,000 of them printed to be able to give to people, and sometimes if charities support them, we can send them. So I hope they're really going to inspire people in difficult places to find some comfort and some joy in origami. So this is really special. And so with this booklet also have some videos, which has been Zulay and an amazing photographer who've been working with Deborah, who has been, not Deborah, sorry, Anna, who has been creating some beautiful films with children as well who are folding. So do have a look at those. I think I'm really glad that you like the money. Definitely is a bumblebee. Of course it is. The be happy is in there. So they've all got a kind of really gentle, kind wishes. It's a book of care, and I guess that's self-care that we're all trying to give ourselves. And origami is a great way of doing that. But this week, and it's going to be a big old break, sorry about that, till the 7th of September. That feels a long way off because I'll be taking some leave, and I just had to reorganise my schedule in the hospital because of strikes as well. Adrienne, fantastic. I'm so glad that you've all slowly managed to find me despite my link being deleted because I couldn't get it to work and I had to set one up on a different day. But really impressive that you somehow found me and somehow realised. So I thought with this is amazing support from Peter Buchan-Symons again, who is an amazing origamist here in Oxford and has been so kind and so supportive, and really appreciate that he's been very kind to share the resources that he's been creating. And I just find them so appealing and so beautiful, so fresh, full of a mixture of traditional designs, many of which I've never known before, and also his own new design. So it's a lovely mix. And so I'm sharing, as part of the Fortnight Fold, some from here with thanks to Peter and his blessings. So I thought I'd show you a traditional shell. Oh, brilliant, Barbara. This traditional shell, which I just love. I really do. I've been quite fascinated by these spiral folds. I've never known how to do that. It is beautiful, yeah. Beautifully done. Hello, folding things. Amazing. I can't believe that you've all managed to find me somehow against the odds, it feels. How have you done that? That's so impressive. Thank you. So we're going to make the spiral shell, and he's putting so much work and time to making something that feels very special. So I'll be just showing you the simplest one. So we're going to do a traditional shell. I don't know. We'll see when we have time to do one other thing, and I'll be back again then on the 7th of September. I know that's a long way off. But important to have a break, and yeah, it's just been great to get back in the hospital as well. So I'm doing a mixture of things, but it's lovely to keep this going as well. Right, excellent. And so, you see, so you've managed to do it. Oh, brilliant. So we're going to fold one of these. Have any of you ever folded one of these beautiful spiral shells or done something similar? So Peter, reckons this is traditional, and it's just a joy to fold. I think it really reminds me of the Nautilus, which I love. I love the Nautilus. This kind of golden ratio is so beautiful. So I was also just doing a bit of shading and colouring of paper. So I'll turn it around this side. So you've got a little bit of that feel of it. It's really fun. I think it's one of my favourite folds now. I have to say this every time, don't I? This is one I did a little bit more of a similar colouring to this. And I sort of folded the end a bit more in, which kind of makes it, I think, fan out. Oh, excellent. I'm glad. Yeah, it's because I deleted it and then I created it again. So that's something else you could play with. Excellent. Oh, yes, and to make cookies has used very much this. Hard to know the origins. Peter thinks traditional, and many people have used this technique. It's not one that I've known before, and I just love it. It's really beautiful. So I've been definitely chatting for long enough. Let's grab your board, something to press on. Of course, we're going to start with making a square. Here goes, or maybe you've already got your own paper. I'm going to put my little shells here as the examples. That's what we're going to make. Maybe not a Nautilus, but... So I'm going to take a corner and bring it over. So over the next, over this summer spell, I've got there's going to be a video of this, as well as some other things from the book as well, with thanks to Peter. I'm going to move this rectangle. So although I'm not doing the live file, videos will still be there and will be released at the time, so you can use that. There we go. Again, I hope it gets you in a summer mood. If you can, as much time as you can outside, really recommend it while we all can. So if you have origami paper, don't do this diagonal fold. It's not very useful, but don't worry if you have. So first of all, I'm going to do a little line, halfway line, sort of a bit long there. So it's more just to sort of mark it. So let's try that first of all. So I'm just doing a bit, just so we've got a little line there. Happy? So I just love this shape that's going to emerge. We're going to take this corner and we're going to bring it to that line from that corner. And it makes a very elegant, long shape somehow. Taking this here and taking this, and I'm bringing it to the line that I've made. And I'm not quite sure at what point it's going to be there until we get to the other end. There we go. So we want to get this printed. Of course, I'm doing this into a camera, so that makes it very interesting. I think I might have to stop trying to be so clever and see if I can do it as accurately as you can. I'm sure that will help. But you get how to do it. That top corner brought to that midway line there. That's it. Lovely shape. I hope you're all good with that. Let me know if you're not. Next, I'm going to take the bottom edge and I'm going to just bring it up, and it's almost like a nice little wrap around. It's almost like a swaddle there. Taking this line and bringing it up there. Like so. So you've got this very elegant shape. I really like this. I'm sure an awful lot can be done with this. Really nice. Are you all happy? Have you all managed to do that? Is there anything there I need to run through again? Because that's the basis, really. If that's not worked, then it's tricky. What do you reckon? Are you all good? Great. Excellent. Glad it's worked. Okay. Lovely. Yes, it is. That's it. Yeah, you're right. It's the third, isn't it? Lovely shape. I suppose, yes. Could you, at this point, make your... many things you could do. There's something quite lovely about this. So take your piece and just fold it inwards. So it's almost tucked away, folding it inwards. And it makes it even kind of longer and more elegant than it already was, which was pretty elegant in itself. There we go. Feels like it could make a very nifty plane as well. Who knows? But it's very nice shape. There we go. Happy? We got your... Now this is going to be the end of the shell, and this will become your lovely spiral. So to do this is a bit of a guesstimate. I'm going to take one of these ends. I'm going to... Don't worry about the direction of lines at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm picking up this end and I'm folding it so that this... It's not perfect there, but so that this is a right angle. As good as you can, just by eye. Can you see? Oh, yes, it could be. Oh, definitely folding things. I agree with you. Definitely something very elegant about this. Do urge you to have a play with it. I'm sure you can find many cool things of that shape. So this outside, picking up, it's a bit of a guesstimate, but the crucial thing is that this is 90 degrees. Yeah. Happy? Have you done that? We're actually going to do all the folding to make the lines, and then we're going to sort of undo it. That's the only way I found that I can get my head around it, to be honest. So it's not actually how Peter shows it, but it was the way that I found I could do it. So I'm afraid I'm only going to show how I can do it. Maybe with time I'd do it a different way. But for now, this is good. Right. I'm assuming you've done that. Have you done that? I took that round there-ish, folding it down. This is a right angle. This is probably quite a long bit of a shell, actually. It's fine. They all vary a little bit. So the next step is to take this and bring it up to match that line there. It's down here, it's a lovely elegant line, and bringing it out sideways so it matches up with that line, like there. Are you with me? If you're not, do say. Grab a mouthful of coffee, so I'll just slow myself down. There we go. Great, good, excellent. Right, same thing. Pick this up and bringing it up. Excellent. Bring it up, and again, lining it up. Have any of you done this as a traditional fold, or is it familiar from Tomoko Fuse's work? Yeah, because I think the spiral shell there, I remember being fascinated by them. I'd never seen how to do it, but love it. Up like that, so you can see it's matching with that up line. No, I didn't know this. I love it as a traditional. It's really cool. Who knows where these things come from? People are amazing. Right, same thing again, picking it up and matching it up again with that line. And you just, it's so sort of self-led by this point. Hopefully you're getting the idea. No, I'd never done this before. I think that's why I've just fallen in love with this. So again, taking this and folding it down. So each time there's this bit sticking up, you're bringing it down and again, lining it up with the other line. Same thing again, picking it up and then again, isn't it lovely? Again, lining it up there, like so. Again, picking it up, lining it up. Begins to get a little bit more, wow, but it keeps going. And then again, it's still sticking up a little bit for me, so I'm going to bring it up, line it up again, and again, picking it up, lining it up again, and hopefully getting the hang of it. Right, have you managed to get that? Again, I'll have a mouthful of coffee if you are. But you could, I should have said, yeah, you could have decorated the paper, sort of drawn marks on it so it looks a bit more like a shell if you wished. Or you might use paper, which somehow feels right. There, I did. You see, I've done it a different way around. I'm never very logical. It does vary a bit how I do things. Oh, yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Really elegant. Right. Oh, look at that shape. I've let go of it. You can see what a gorgeous spiral shape. This really reminds me now. Oh dear, is it buffering? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can always watch back. And there'll also be a video which will come out on Saturday for this as well. So nice and springy it is, isn't it? But it also reminds me really of the inside of a spiral shell as well, does it you? The body of one. Yeah, have you managed to do that, or are you just having to watch? I'm sorry if it's buffering. Looks okay at my end, but doesn't mean that it is. Yes, it is this Saturday, yes. So if any of you are interested, if you look on Twitter, it doesn't matter, you don't need to be a member of Twitter to look. If you look at Dr. Lizzie Burns, then you'll see there. Oh, good. I'm glad it's fine for most of you. If you look under Dr. Lizzie Burns on Twitter, just look through. You'll find a link to the Eventbrite, and then book a ticket. It's completely free. You just have to put in your email, and then I've already put in details there, so you'll then be sent the right Zoom details, all free, on this summer theme, and it includes this actually and some other things in there, all on summer themes, and it's the final event. Yeah, it's the final event for our particular project at the moment, which is Weekend Origami, and we'll see what else can grow. There we go. But these videos are actually part of my work at UCH, so it's great that I have that continued offering this way to everybody, and that it's lovely for everyone to use. Excellent. Alberto, lovely to have you here. Right, so our next step is rather pleasingly to undo what you've done. And you've got this lovely sequence of folds like that. And I'm afraid this is the way that I could understand how to then assemble it, because as it was, it sprung forward, and I just couldn't understand how you could do it so it'd work. Excellent. Lovely. Have you all managed to do that? Looks like an interesting shape. Now, my next tip for how to fold it is really we've sort of folded in front because that way we could see. Next, we're going to take exactly the same folds and just fold them back. Everything's back behind, and then it will end up tucking together as well. So here I've got this line. I'm now going to reverse that and put it behind. That's it. So just follow the line that you've got there. Right, you can see there's another line there. Again, I need to go behind. So following your line that you've done, but each time behind. That's how I could do it. Again, now I've got a line here, and how am I going to do that? Yes, here we go. Wondering myself. So there's a line there. I'm going to do it behind, and you kind of think, oh, does that work? And it does. This is what starts keeping it kind of together rather than springing out. So again, it was behind there. And again, before it was forward. Now you have to do that same line behind. I don't know, have any of you done it this sort of way before? But each time you tuck behind, it kind of makes it really strong and it stays together this way. So again, you can sort of feel where the next line would be there. So I'm going to take this and reverse that same direction. So this is how I could understand it anyway. Many thanks to Peter for sharing so much. And I know he's going to be your new rising star at the British Origami Society Convention in September, which is fantastic to hear. That's fun. Brilliant. Okay. He's been creating so much new work. There we go. And just keep doing that, and it's kind of gets trickier and trickier by the end. It's part of its joy. It's just this lovely, ever decreasing little spiral. And then maybe by the end you're feeling you can hardly do it, then you can always just add a little twist. I'm afraid it gets harder to see Realizing that my eyesight is not what it was. I'm having to use reading glasses for stuff like this. I'm just going as I go along. So you could always have curled it around a little bit as well. I think that's what I'm going to do there. And that is it. And you should be able to sort of open up the front. And it's a lovely, elegant shape. Like so. So it sits really nicely too, she says. And actually, I experimented a tiny variant. It's hardly anything at all. But I was just looking at the shape of a nautilus and I changed it slightly. So how did I do that? So I think we're there. I think I ended up just tucking it in that way. Yeah. This is me playing. This isn't necessary for you to do, but if you're curious what I did. And then I think I tucked that underneath, but it gave it a bit of a wider shape, which I thought looked a tiny bit more like, I was thinking, the nautilus. Familiar moves. Yes, absolutely. It's feeling thick. It is by the end, isn't it? It's really tricky there. It'd be nice to do a massive piece. Would it be longer? Would you be able to do more spirals? Or is it set by the geometry of it? I don't know. Any thoughts? Or if you could experiment making it even narrower? I don't know. It feels like there's lots of potential. And maybe something nice to ponder over the summer. I really hope that your shells worked. I'm pondering whether to show you one more. What do you think? Would you like one more different fold, which will be the fold after the shell in coming weeks? Let me know. We could do another if you wish, which is Peter's own new fold. Let me know. I will wait till I hear. Would you? Excellent. Excellent. Oh, I'd love to see that folding things. Yes, please. Would you like to do a second fold or shall we leave it there? Happy either way. It is a really lovely fold, isn't it, this one? So you have time? Great. Yes, why not? Because I know it's then going to be a bit of a gap, I'm afraid. Let's do it. Right, the second fold is quite simple, but it's delightful. And I do, if you have any blue pens, to be honest, I really recommend doing a little bit of drawing. Right, so this is a fold again from, it will get archived. So this is again from Peter's book. He's very happy to let me show some of his work, and I was keen to include one of his own new designs. And the one I include, which just feels such a classic, is a beautiful wave, and it's such an iconic image. I'm sure you must all know this amazing print from the 1800s. Beautiful big wave. Of course, it reminds us of that. Maybe you could even make the little boats you could do below as well. You could do a whole scene. So I thought maybe we can make a big wave. Here's one I made earlier, because actually I've loved looking at the print and then getting a bit inspired by the beautiful print. So yes. Oh, that's no problem. Sorry, Wendy. It's me. I set up a link days in advance. I couldn't open it. It just wouldn't work for me. So after that, I then, I had to set up a new one. So it's all a bit erratic, I'm afraid. Right, I'm going to grab another piece of paper. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of drawing. I recommend being inspired by this amazing print. Such an iconic image of Japan. So make a square first of all. Maybe you'll have blue paper. Maybe not. If you're using blue paper, then it would be, I think, blue on the outside. We'll be following. This is Peter's own new design himself. Simple but effective, and it looks really nice to have a series of them as well. You can stand them up, and I think you could do them with a little sandboat boat. You could do the whole scene. It'd be lovely to see. So I thought this would be a good summer one too. Make waves this summer. Right. So this would be, right, I'm going to turn it over because this would be the coloured if you were using blue. But as I said, I'm going to do a really quick impression. Some of the marks maybe on the painting. So I rather like the feeling of swoosh. And also just thinking about how you can use spontaneity in drawing. It doesn't all have to be completely correct. I just think it's almost like fingery type things, the painting. Not really a right or wrong with this. My pen's definitely running out, but it doesn't matter. Looking at the whoosh. It's kind of freestyle doodle. I think that'll do. Yeah. How are you getting on if you manage to locate appropriate pieces of paper? So just to show you, you can do a whole lovely series of waves, and they will stand up themselves too. So you can do lots of them together. And this was with the more sort of standard paper wave. We've got actually a different little bit of colour in there as well. So you could do a whole series of waves. Maybe a little beach scene, the shells, or maybe the boats. And there'll be something else coming towards the end of the month as well. But I won't overshare. Okay, so let's make those waves. I love this. It's so brilliant. Okay, so Peter's fold. So if you go to the white side, or for example, if I was doing one like this, it would be the pale blue. And I'm going to fold from this end, but as if it's from there, but actually leaving a gap in the middle. So I'm leaving a gap in the middle like this. Can you see that's my halfway line? But I've actually left a gap. And I'll do the one facing it to match. Yeah, it'd be amazing to see your folds after these two. Maybe they can go together, the waves in the background of the shell, a little bit summery together. Hope you get to see the sea. So that's the line. Can you see I've left a bit of a gap? Happy? Actually, it almost has a little bit of a shell feel to it. Slightly to me. Happy? Right, so close it up. And you can see it's already beginning to form something of a wave. Happy, good. Right, keep on looking at the diagram here. So I'm going to do a fold. Excellent. So I'm going to do a fold around there. So it's almost like the wave is going to whiz back there. Can you see? Yes. It's lovely, isn't it? I've really enjoyed a little bit of drawing on it as well, actually. Maybe I've reversed the splashes, but never mind, it's all good. So I've done a fold, and it's a little bit like when you're making a bird. So you've made the line, and then you undo it, and I want you then to sort of fold it the other way. So I've folded it like that. I've undone it, and if you maybe go to the outside, you can open it, and the line that you folded, I want you to just to pop and it to go back. Yeah, I always find it. This is inversing it, but if you're not familiar with this, then it just doesn't mean anything. So I'm trying not to use these words. But you see, it's almost gone inside out, actually. Oh, what's going on there? Like that. Oh, you could almost keep it quite curved as well. Yes, we all have to practice more. Everything improves with practice. Let me do it again. I'm going to do it one more time. So it was like this. I took this and I folded it down. So it's kind of sticking up this wave. And now I just want to open it up and kind of reverse it. It's not adding any extra new lines, but you're sort of turning it inside out. And the beauty is it also adds a little edge there, but it's also then the same front and back. Are you happy with that? I'm just feeling so liberated with the wave. It's lovely. Right, I'm assuming that you're getting there. And next, we're going to get this beautiful curve of the wave as it comes down. Gravity's coming down. So this is, again, Peter's move. So it's kind of across there, like that. And as we've done before, it's made the fold, but actually it would stick out one side. So you want to really kind of open it up, follow the same line. Again, it's inversing it. So here, it's a bit easier actually than the inside out. It's been like that, opened it up, and I am now going to push it into itself, which is following the same direction as it was. But, you know, all our waves will be unique as they are. I'm thinking of a crashing waves on the beach. That'd be nice. There we go, like that. How's that going for you? Right, we've only got one more move. It's nice and simple, really. But I think it's very majestic. And the next, this is particularly thinking about those, I guess, with paper, which is different colours on different sides. It's just one more little fold here at the end, which would reveal the white surf, really. And I guess doing that front and back. So it's just revealing a little tip of the wave. And hopefully you'll find it also can stand up too. And as you saw, it's just lovely to do a whole series, maybe slightly different sizes, like so. Make waves. Maybe that with your shell, maybe you can feel properly. Actually, this one where I've opened it up a bit, stands up a bit more easily. There we go. Shells on a beach. Yes, I'm sure again it gives a feeling of potential as well, doesn't it? Yeah, do have a play. Oh, well, they're all unique and different. My waves are coming back down to earth. Yeah, they do, don't they? And maybe you could make that little tiny sandbow boat, couldn't you? Like the print. That'd be a really lovely little tiny one. Excellent. So I hope that helps wish you a really good summer. And yes, there's an event I'm running live Saturday morning, 11 till 12. If you'd like to come, please do. You can sign up. It's free through Eventbrite. Book a ticket. I think I will record it because there's some people can't make it, really like to. So again, all of that will appear then on the YouTube channel. So if you did want to join, that's another way of doing it. Thank you. I know, and it feels like a long break, but I think it is important to have a break. And the next couple of Wednesdays, I'm going to be in London. So blimey, 4 a.m. Yeah, that's too early. Barbara, don't even entertain it. Well, it'll be recorded anyway. Yeah, I hope you all have a lovely summer, and I do hope you can have some breaks as well, whatever they are. I think just having a change from routine, but you know that will continue here as well. So I will look forward to getting back in the group again. Thank you for making it somehow working out that it was going to happen this week, not next. I hadn't realised when I set it up that there would be another train strike. So things we just have to play things by ear these days, don't we? Yeah, take care, all of you. Love to see your images. So if you are on Facebook, please do share or join the fold Origami to beat boredom. We can't be bored with origami, and or on Twitter at Dr. Lizzie Burns. And it's fine if you don't share with either of those as well. And hopefully catch up on here. So take care, everyone. Wishing you all good summer. Happy folding. And thanks again to Peter. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. You too.